I would like to extend a very welcome to all of you. Today, Yuta is honored to have Mr. Alan with us. Let me introduce the background of him. Mr. Alan is a rolling forecast executive in Group Finance of Tenaga Nasional Berhad (TNB) with close to 3 years to work experience. He has assisted and empowered fresh graduates, especially from accounting, finance, and economics background, through sharing of contents pertaining to basic work ethics and procedures in LinkedIn, and conducting free webinars for aspiring young talents. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us start the session by welcoming the speaker of the day, Mr. Alan.
Good morning. Thanks, Miss Joyce. Okay, so dear audience, if you can hear me, maybe you can just type number 1 if you can hear me. Maybe you can type in the chat box number 1 if you can hear me. And please type number 2 if you can see my slides, the PowerPoint slides being presented. Okay, so I see number 1 and I see number 2. All right, that's good. All right, so thank you very much, Yutam, for giving me this privilege to conduct this webinar on a Saturday morning. And also thanks to the audience for sacrificing your time with me. Of course, you can actually watch Top Gun, Maverick, or perhaps you can watch Doctor Strange in the nearest cinema, but you choose to sacrifice your time to watch this webinar. Okay, all right, so let's get started. Okay, what is dashboard? Okay, as you can see in this second slide, okay, before I go to the Microsoft Excel, I just want to show you, okay, what is this Microsoft Excel dashboard? Basically, this is a view. Okay, basically, when you look at Microsoft Excel, you will key in your data. You will store your data, financial information, whether what is your expenses and income. But as you can see over here, we see graph, we see slicer, a filtering material, and we see the data being presented. So to give you in a simple words, what is dashboard? Basically, dashboard is about presentation, a summary, and also an analysis. Okay, again, I repeat, a dashboard is a presentation, summary, and analysis. So when you are preparing an Excel file, just say you want to send to your manager, of course, you need to send in a presentable manner. Of course, you need to send a summary. And of course, in that summary, you can make an analysis. All right. So in today's webinar, I'll start by teaching what is VLOOKUP formula. Okay, because whenever you want to build a dashboard, VLOOKUP formula is very useful. Secondly, a drop-down list. Third, developer tab and pivot table. And then we will go through the 6 examples how you can build a Microsoft Excel dashboard. Okay. All right. So now I'll go to this particular Excel file. Okay. So if you can see this, all right, maybe you can type number 3 if you can see this Excel file. Okay, please type number 3 if you can see this Excel file. Okay, that's good. I see some of you are typing number 3. Okay, so to give you a glance, what is dashboard? Dashboard is basically a presentation whereby you store the data in a summarized manner. Okay, so for example, over here, maybe I need to zoom this so that you can see this clearly. All right. Okay, so we have this is just say a company, okay, a football club. This is the season, this is the position, and this thing over here is the chart. Okay, so now you just say I want to click Manchester United. Okay, so I click this. All right, so can you see Manchester United over here? If you can see, maybe you can type number 4. Okay, so for your information, this is a drop down list. Okay, so the moment when I click Manchester United, okay, you notice the number changes and also the graph changes. Okay, so let me do the same magic with Liverpool. Okay, so when I click Liverpool, so you notice that it changes as well. So can you see the magic? Okay, if you can see the magic, maybe you can type number 5. Okay, so basically this is with one click. With one click, you can actually show to your manager. You can actually present to your clients. All right. Okay, now let us look on the second example as well. All right. So in this example, we have 3 different financial years: 2018, 2019, 2020. So now when I click 2018, okay, you notice the graph changes as well. So can you see the magic? Maybe if you can see the magic, please type number 6. Okay, so if I click 2019, the graph changes as well. All right, so this is basically dashboard. Okay, we use pivot table, we use drop down list. Okay, now I'm just giving you a view, a glance, okay, so that you can digest. All right, okay, so now let us look at the third example. All right. So now if you look here, we have US dollar, right? So now if just say I click on this drop down box over here, I don't want US dollar, I want Malaysia ringgit. Since all of us are in Malaysia, so I put here Malaysia ringgit. So when I click Malaysia ringgit, you notice there's the changes. Okay. So can you see these changes? If you can see these changes, maybe you can type number 7. Okay. So I also can enhance the views. So the graph also changes. I also can increase the inflation. So there's some changes as well. Capacity. All right. So you can actually make a presentation, a simple presentation to your manager. All right. So this is basically dashboard. So the first thing that you need to know is VLOOKUP. Okay. So let us go together and learn what is VLOOKUP formula. All right. So before I proceed, can you see this particular Excel file, VLOOKUP formula? If you can see, maybe you can type number 8, if you can see this. Okay. All right. So I see some of you are typing number 8. Okay, it's good. All right. So now what I'm going to teach you is I'm going to teach you drop down list, and I'm also going to teach you VLOOKUP formula. Okay. So I'm going to type it down here. Okay. Drop down list. Okay. And VLOOKUP formula. Okay. Right now I'm going to teach you this. So if you have a pen and paper video, maybe you can jot this down. Or if you want a screenshot, you can screenshot as well. All right. All right. The first thing is drop down list. So there's 2 ways, but let me teach you the first way is, first you go to data, okay, then you go to data validation, okay, a menu will appear, and then you click list. Okay, so what I mean by data is I'm referring to this. Can you see this data ribbon over here? If you can see this data ribbon, maybe you can type number 9. Okay, please type number 9 if you can see this data. Okay, I see you, some of you are typing number 9. Okay, after you type number data, as you can see this data validation. Okay, normally it won't have the name, but when you put your cursor over here, you see data validation. Okay, can you see this data validation? If you can see this, maybe you can type alphabet A. Okay, for those of some of you, if you want to know what is data validation, is under the data tools. Okay, besides your filter, when you put your cursor over here, data validation, okay, this is your data validation. The moment when you click this, okay, when you click this, there will be a menu will appear. When I'm saying menu, I'm referring to this small box over here. Okay, so if you can see this box, maybe you can type alphabet B. Okay, this menu. All right. Okay, the next step is I wrote down here is list. Okay, if you want to write down, you can write down. Next step is list. When I'm saying list means I'm referring to allow, and I click here, there's a word called list. So if you can see list, maybe you can type alphabet C. Okay, I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay, so I click list. All right, so when I click list, okay, and I put the source, okay, so this is the data that we want, right? So I just highlight this, and then I press OK. Okay, so this is the data. This is actually the drop down list. Okay, so again I repeat. All right, I go to data, I go to data validation. Okay, I click the data validation. Okay, and then there's a menu, there's a box over here. Okay, as you can see, there's a box. So when I click the box, okay, I click allow, I click list. Okay, why list? Because we want this data, we want this information. So I go to the source and I highlight this. Okay, then what I do, I press OK. All right, so now I can choose maybe Asia brand or maybe Lee Swee Kiat. Okay, it's up to me. Okay, it depends. If you want to choose Lee Swee Kiat, it's up to you. Okay, so this is drop down list. Okay, the next step is VLOOKUP. Okay, the alphabet V means vertical. So vertical lookup. So what is vertical lookup is equal VLOOKUP. All right. All right. So can you see this lookup value, table array, column index number? If you can see this, maybe you can type number 1. Okay. If you can see this lookup value, table array, column index, okay, please type number 1. Okay. So this one I have to go very slowly because this is quite sometimes it's very hard to understand. So I'll go so slow so that you can pick this up. Okay. Let me start with lookup value first. Lookup value is the value that you are finding. So in this case, the value that I'm finding is Lee Swee Kiat. All right. This is the lookup value. Okay. Then what I do is I press comma, and you can see that automatically it shows table array. So what they're asking from table array is they're asking the data. What is the data? I'm talking about this data over here. Okay, I'm talking about this data. So I highlight this. Okay, and then the next thing is column index number. Okay, when you look at this table, we have 3 columns. That means column 1, column 2, column 3. So if I just say I put the first column, okay, and then comma, okay, true or false. Okay, later I'll teach you true, but normally when you prepare VLOOKUP, most of them will use false. Okay, but later I'll teach you true. Let me start with false first. Okay, so false, and then I close bracket. Okay, VLOOKUP, lookup value, the table array, column index number, and true or false. So when I press enter, it shows least wicket. Okay, so now if just say I change this, maybe Sarawak cable, so it changes to Sarawak cable as well. So if just say I change this to maybe PCCS Group Berhad, it changes as well. Okay, so I know some of you might be lost, but again I'll repeat again, equal VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP, lookup value. What is lookup value? The value that we are finding. Okay, comma, table array. What is table array? The data comes from this table. So we highlight this table. Okay, and then comma again. Okay, now you can see this table, they have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 columns. So I can put column number 2, and then I put false. Okay, you can also type 0 as well. 0 means false. Okay, and then there you go. Okay, so PCCS Group Berhad, as you can see, is 484.4. Okay, 484.4. Maybe I can just remove this. Okay, 484.4. Okay, so far, do you understand? If you understand, maybe you can type number 2. I'll repeat again, no worries. Okay, all right. So again, I repeat, this is column number 1. This is column number 2. This is column number 3. Okay, in this table, we have column 1, column 2, column 3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use equal VLOOKUP, okay, and then lookup value, the table array, all right, comma, okay, this column index means we are referring to the column, and then 0. There you go. Okay, 529.0. If you see this one, 529, it's same. Okay, it is same. So this one, when I use false, if you remember, I use false. Okay, I type 0. What happens when if they say I want true? Okay, when do they use true? Okay, let me show you an example. I'm going to highlight this. Okay, and I'm going to paste this. Okay, if you are going to use true, okay, if you remember just now, VLOOKUP, I use false, right? So now what happens when I've used true? Okay, so when you use true, the number 1 rule is you must sort the data first. When I mean sort the data means I mean menyusun. Okay, menyusun means you arrange the data first. You arrange. What do I mean by arrange? Okay, this table over here, I'm going to arrange this from alphabet A to alphabet Z. So the first thing when you want to use true for the VLOOKUP true, you need to arrange your data first. Okay, so now what happened if just say I use true? Okay, for example, I put here Liverpool. Okay, so if you watch football, you'll know that today Liverpool will be playing football today. All right, so equal VLOOKUP, okay, lookup value, okay, table array, like what I told you, from this table, okay, comma, column index number. So I just say want to highlight column number 3. Okay, and then just say I put false. Okay, before I go to true, I put false first. You will notice that the data is NA, not available. Why not available? Because you see here, there is no Liverpool. There's only Lee Swee Kat. All right. Okay. But what if say I change this, I put this as true. You notice there is a data, and this data comes from over here. Okay. Let me change this first. Okay. So this data comes over here. So Lee Swee Kat has 100. Liverpool also has 100. So true means, okay, if you want to understand what is true, true is for lebih kurang. Okay, lebih kurang. That means roughly. If they say I put here maybe, all right, Arsenal, not Arsenal, maybe I just put Chelsea. Okay, so it follows the second item because Chelsea starts with CH. This alphabet start with CL. Okay, let me put here CL. So CL, CH. So CH comes first. So they use the second data. Okay, so normally if you are an accountant or you're preparing data, it's very rare people use true. Okay, but at least today you understand what is the difference between true and false. Okay, so now let's go back to the topic. So this is how we in them, we look up. So with just one click, complete logistic, you can have your data on your own. Okay, all right, so next I'll proceed with index match formula. Okay, can you see this index match formula? All right, okay, which situation will use true? We'll use the data when we want the range. Okay, I'll get back to you during the Q&A session. All right, during the range, when we want the range data, we will use the situation true. Okay, all right. Okay, so next I'll use index match formula. Okay, can you see this index match formula? If you can see, maybe you can type number 3. Okay, that's good. I see some of you are typing number 3. All right. Okay, so now we have a data over here. Okay, just say I want Sarawak cable. Okay, I just want Sarawak cable. And also I want the financial year 2017. So there you go. Okay, so how I use this? I use index match formula. Okay, this one I need to pay attention carefully because there's a lot of formulas, but it's actually quite useful, but it's very hard to digest. Okay, it's quite difficult. So let us do slowly. Equal. Okay, first thing is you put equal. So if you have a pen and paper, you can jot down equal first, or if you have you can have a recorder, or you can screenshot as well. So start with equal index. Okay, index. Once you type index, open bracket. Okay, now can you see the word here array? Okay, array means table. So if you can see this, please type number 4. Okay, array. So if you want to know what is array, array means it's a table. So what table? This is the table. Okay, this is the table. So what we do, we highlight the table. So if you have a pen and paper, you write down equal index, open bracket, array means table. So we highlight the table. Okay, next what we do is we press comma. So once you press comma, the next step is you write the word match, match. Okay, the next one is you write match. Okay, then after that, what you do? You write open bracket. Okay, similar to your VLOOKUP, you also have your lookup value. But this one, we are referring to this column, this data over here, Sarawak cable. So you highlight this. Okay, you highlight this. Okay, then you press comma. Okay, so are you with me? If you are with me, please type number 5. I have to go this very slow because if I go too fast, you might be lost, right? Okay, the next one is lookup array. So can you see this lookup array? Maybe you can type number 6 if you can see this lookup array. Okay, some of you are typing number 6. Okay, okay, lookup array. You see, if you notice, the lookup value is Sarawak cable, right? The lookup value is Sarawak cable. So the lookup array means it refers to the column. Why it refers to the the row? Why row? Because your Sarawak cable is over here. Okay, again I repeat, your lookup value is Sarawak cable, right? So your lookup array will be the row. Why row? Because Sarawak cable, this data over here comes from here, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press comma, and then I want the exact match. Okay, 0. Yeah, I close bracket. All right, comma again. This now we do for the row. Now we need to do for column. Okay, if you have a pen and paper, you write down index, array, match, then again match. Okay, let me move this. Okay, again match. Okay, can you see this? All right, and then open bracket, lookup value. Okay, lookup value means this is your lookup value. Okay, this is your lookup value, comma, lookup array. So this 2017 is where? This 2017 is on the column. Okay, this 2017 is on the column. So you highlight the column. Okay, you highlight the column. Okay, and then what you do, you press 0, close bracket, enter. Okay, as you can see, Sarawak cable is 1070. So you look at Sarawak cable, 2017 is over here. All right. Are you with me? So if you are with me, maybe you can type number 7. Okay. Again, I repeat for some of you who might lost. Okay. Equal index. Okay. Open bracket. Array. Array means what? Table. You highlight the table. Okay. And then comma. Match. Okay. So match start with row. Okay. If you have a pen and paper, you write down row. Row means what is row? Row means is this data over here. The data that is arranged from the top to bottom. Or we say dari atas kepada bawah. Alright. So lookup value means Sarawak. And then lookup array is this data over here. Okay. Comma 0. Match. Okay. Match again. Remember in index, there's two match. Okay. Lookup value. This value. This now we do for Sarawak. Now we are doing for the year. So comma. And then we're going to highlight this. Okay. And then press 0. And then bracket, bracket. This is how we get. So normally this is not a proper presentation. So what you can actually do is you can go to insert. Okay, can you see this insert over here? Maybe you can type number 8 if you can see this insert. Okay, so under the insert ribbon, there's an illustration. Okay, so whether you're using 2016, Excel 2016 or Excel 365, there's always an insert ribbon. Okay, illustration. You go to shapes. Okay, it's up to you. You want to use a oval shape or a rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to use rectangle. Okay, this is the rectangle. So I'm going to put equal and I'm going to put the data over here. Okay, so this data you can see what I'm going to do is I'm going to update this. I'm going to change the cosmetic. Okay, so let me put center, format. Maybe I put dark blue and then I put white color. Okay, and let me bold. All right. So now, if just say I do this magic, okay, maybe I want Zilan Berhad. Okay, Zilan Berhad, you notice there is changes. Okay, if you look at Zilan 7019, okay, 70.9. Just say I change the year 2019. So you notice there is changes. Okay, can you see the magic? If you can see the magic, maybe you can type number 9. Okay, so with the drop down list, you can make magic. Melawar Industrial. Okay, Melawar, if you see here, and then you can change. So you change to 2017 or 2018. So it changes. Okay, so this is index match. Okay, the problem with index match is too long. Okay, it is too long. So sometimes it's hard for you to understand or maybe memorize, okay, or remember. The alternative will be dget formula. Okay, dget formula. So can you see the dget formula over here? If you can see, maybe you can type number 1. Okay, so of course, you know, if just say I click this is drop down list. So when I click Ken Holdings, it changes. So now I'm going to teach you on dget formula. Okay, I'm going to teach you on dget formula. All right. Okay, equal. Okay, if you have a pen and paper video, you can write down this equal first. Okay, write equal, then write dget. Okay, write dget. So database. Okay, so open bracket. Okay, can you see the word here database? If you can see the word here database, please type number 2. Okay, if you can see the word here database, please type number 2. So what they mean by database is database means the table. Okay. So can you see the database? Maybe you can type number 2 if you can see this. Okay. I see some of you are typing number 2. Okay. So dget database. Database means is your table. So you highlight this. Okay. You highlight this. All right. Next is your field. What they mean by field is they are referring to the column. Okay. Can you see the word here field? If you can see the word field, please type number 3. Okay. Field means if you have a pen and paper, you write down field, they are referring to the column. Okay. Field means referring to the column. What is your column? Your column is 2017. Okay. Comma criteria. Okay. Criteria means these 2 items. If you remember earlier, your VLOOKUP, your index match. Okay. Let me go to the top. This is your index match. This is your VLOOKUP. So if you look at your index match and VLOOKUP, there is no name over here. Okay, there is no name. But for dget formula, you must put the name over here. Why? Why you must do that? Because if you see this table over here, it starts with the name, right? This table starts with the name. So you must highlight the name as well. Okay, that's how the dget formula works. Okay, so I just put F4 and close bracket. So I have the data for and holdings 104.2. Okay, right. So now let me do the same thing. For some of you, you might be lost. Okay, equal dget. Okay, equal dget open bracket. So open bracket, you see the word database. Again, I repeat, you see the word database. So what you do is you highlight the table. Okay, and then you see the word here field. Field means 2018. Okay, comma criteria. So criteria, you highlight these two, and then you close bracket. So you get 64.3. Okay, are you with me? If you are with me, please type number 4. Okay, so again, I repeat, dget formula. Database means, what is database? Database means your table. Field means is your 2020. Your column. Criteria is these items over here. Okay, so this is your data, right? So now if they say I want to change to, they say Sarawak cable, you notice there is a changes. Okay, so can you see the magic? If you can see the magic, please type number 5. Okay, but this is not a proper presentation to your manager, right? So how you can improvise? Maybe you can just do this, press alternate F1, you have a graph, but I don't want this graph, I want a chart. So a line chart. Okay, so change chart type, and I put a line. Maybe this line will be good. Okay, okay, so now I have the data over here. This chart title, I put this name, Sarawak cable. Okay, so I just put it over here. All right, so now if they say I change to maybe Zealand Berhad. Okay, so can you see the difference? Can you see that the graph changes? If you can see the graph change, maybe you can type number 6. Okay, so now if just say I do again, if they say Aina, maybe Astral Asia Berhad. So when I click this, you notice the graph also change. Okay, so this is dashboard actually. You just do with one click, with just one click, you can actually change everything. Okay, so can you see this magic? If you can see this magic, please type number 7. Please type number 7 if you can see the magic. Okay, so I see some of you are typing number 7. So now let us go to the example. Okay, so this is the webinar. So we start with example number 1 first. Okay, so if you remember just now, I got issue about VLOOKUP, I got issue about drop-down list, I got issue about index match. So now we are going to make a dashboard. Okay, how we are going to do is, okay, so just imagine this is your data. We have football clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. Okay, so now we are going to do is we are going to make a graph, and also we are going to create a drop-down list. So how we are going to do this is, okay, first thing is you create a drop-down list. So if you remember just now, you go to data, you go to data validation, okay, and then you go to the allow, you put list. Okay, just now I got issue this, okay, and then source, you just in this, and then you press okay. All right, so now if just say I want Manchester City, I have the data over here. Okay, and then of course I can just highlight this. Okay, I just highlight this. Okay, and next what I use is, okay, maybe I just remove this, maybe it's quite thin. All right, so equal, okay, index match. Okay, you can use index. Okay, index match. This is your array, right? This is your array. Then after that, your row number. Your row number is match. If we are referring to this row, so lookup value is over here, and then this is your lookup array because Manchester City is over here. Okay, I got issued this earlier. Match. All right, and then your lookup value is this item over here. And I'm going to highlight this. 0, close bracket, close bracket. Okay, so if you see Manchester City is 3461. Okay, let me change this to a counting format. Okay, so I'm going to put this. All right. Okay, just change this, and there you go. All right. So now this is just a data. But what if just say you want to show to your manager? So what you can use is you create a graph. Okay, not this kind of graph. Maybe you put in chart type. You put maybe a line chart. Okay, something like this, and you can create like this. So this is your graph. Okay, let me put it bottom. Okay, so let me put to the bottom, and then this chart over here, I put equal, I put Manchester City. Okay, so maybe I want in this format. Okay, it's up to you. So now if they say I want Liverpool, with one click, it changes to Liverpool. Okay, so can you see the difference? If you can see the difference, maybe you can type number 8. Okay, so this we use the combination of data validation, which I've taught you earlier, and also we use index match. If you remember, I taught you earlier, index, array, match. Okay, basically a combination. You can actually create a dynamic chart. That means if I want Arsenal, it shows the graph of Arsenal. Okay, so can you see this? Maybe you can type number 9 if you can see this. And also please type yes if you have learned something new. Okay, please type yes if you have learned something new. Okay, so this one is example number 1. Okay, example number 1. Okay, so now let's go to example number 2. Okay, so example number 2, I've already write down the steps. Okay, if you can see here, highlight table, pivot chart, slicer. So if you have a pencil and paper, or if you have a pen and paper, please jot this down. Okay, this is a steps. So if you have a pen and paper, you write this down. If you are too lazy to write, you can screenshot this. Okay, it's up to you. All right, so now I'm going to teach you on example number 2. Okay, so what you can do is, all right, number 1 is highlight the table. Okay, if you are you prefer your mouse, okay, if we use computer, we use mouse, or we use our finger on the keypad, right? So what we do is we highlight the table like that, just like that, right? We highlight the table using manually, just like this. So the what you can use is you can also use control, okay, shift, spacebar. Okay, so if you remember in your keyboard, okay, except for Mac, okay, Macintosh, okay, MacBook book, if just say you're using a normal laptop or normal computer, you can see the button, control button, shift button, spacebar. Okay, so what you do is you put your cursor over here, control shift spacebar. Okay, again I repeat, control shift spacebar. When you press control shift spacebar, you are highlighting the entire table. Okay, are you with me? If you are with me, please type number 6. Okay, if you are with me, please type number 6. So if just say you want to highlight the table, okay, some people they want to use manually, whereby they want to use their mouse and highlight everything. Or you can also, what they do is they use control shift down, control shift right. Okay, control shift down, control shift right. Okay, you can use it. It depends on your convenience. Okay, but one thing that I want to is control shift spacebar. Okay, if you don't know where is the control button is beside your alphabet Z. Okay, in your keyboard there's an alphabet Z. So beside your alphabet Z, there's a control button on the left hand side. Okay, the shift button is also beside alphabet Z, and then you have the space bar, okay, which is under alphabet V. So if just say I want to highlight the table, control shift space bar. Okay, so do you learn something new? If you have learned something new, maybe you can type number 7. Okay, if you want to highlight a table, don't use your mouse, use your fingers in the keyboard. Okay, all right, so back to the topic. Highlight the table is control shift spacebar. Okay, all right, the next thing is, if you can see over here, pivot table. Okay, some of them they love to pronounce as pivot table. So pivot table or pivot table, it depends on your convenience. So how to go to pivot table is you go to insert. Okay, so can you see the pivot table over here? If you can see pivot table, please type number 8. Okay, again I repeat, if you can see the pivot table, please type number 8. So for those who want to know what is pivot table is something to summarize the data. Okay, to summarize the data. Okay, so I click the pivot table. Okay, there's a menu over here. Okay, menu over here. So new worksheet, and then I press OK. Okay, but before I press OK, can you see this menu over here? if you can see, please type number 9. Okay, please type number 9 if you can see this. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, the moment when you click pivot table, a menu will appear. Okay, again I repeat, the moment when you click the pivot table, a menu will appear. So what you do is you press OK. Okay, so once you press OK, so on your right hand side there is a data called pivot table field. So can you see this? If you can see this, please type number 1. Okay, on the right hand side, there is a pivot table field. Okay, so what you want to do is you can put your segment on the rows. Okay, and you can put your RM on the values. Okay, so to give you an understanding, what is pivot table? For what people use pivot table? Pivot table is for summary. Okay, I'm writing this down. Summary. What do I mean by summary? If you go to example number 2, okay, if you can see the example number 2 kat sini ni. All right, this data over here is a raw data. Okay, a raw data. I don't think this is proper for you to show to your manager, to show to your clients, right? So as you can see in this particular sheet 1, we have the summary over here. Okay, it's actually a summary. So the next step is pivot chart. Okay, how to create a pivot chart? So I go to analyze. Okay, can you see your analyze ribbon over here? If you can see your analyze, please type number 2. Okay, but before I go in detail about this analyze, I want to show you something, because sometimes some of the students and audience, they don't understand this. Okay, now if I put my cursor over here, you can't see analyze, right? Okay, you can't see analyze. But if I put my cursor in this pivot table, you can see analyze. Okay, if you understand, please type number 3. Okay, that means what I'm trying to say is, if just say you put your cursor over here, okay, you letak kat sini ni, you will notice that there is no analyze and design. But if just say you put your cursor over here, you notice there's an additional ribbon, analyze and design. Okay, this one is only available when you put your cursor in the pivot table. Okay, so we go to analyze and then we go to slicer also. Okay, so can you see the slicer? If you can see the slicer, maybe you can type number 4. Okay, insert slicer. Okay, so insert slicer, and then I just say, okay, so now there's another menu over here. So can you see this menu, insert slicer? If you can see, please type number 5. Okay, so I'm going to click the year. Okay, let me start with the year first. Okay, so this is a slicer. So now if just say I want 2018, the data will only show 2018. So if I want 2019, the data will show 2019. So if I want 2020, the data will show 2020. Okay, but I don't think this is a proper presentation to your manager. So what you can do is you go to your data over here, you go to analyze. Can you see pivot chart? If you can see pivot chart, please type number 6. Pivot chart. Okay, click the pivot chart and you have your column. So I just put column over here. So it depends. If you want column, if you want line chart, you can do it. It's up to you. Okay, so I want to hide this first. Right click, hide all fields. Okay, and then maybe I want okay, I just don't want the legend, I don't want grid lines, I want the data labels. Okay, so this is your figures. Maybe I put this. Okay, so this one, just give me a moment. I put the year on the filter. Okay, this thing over here equal, and I put over here. Okay, all right, so this is the data. So what you can do is, if just say I click 2018, you notice the graph change. If just say I click 2019, you notice that the graph change as well. Okay, so can you see the magic? If you can see the magic, maybe you can type number 7. Okay, but this is not the magic. There's also another thing that you can change. Maybe I put here, okay, performance in FY. Okay, performance in FY. Maybe I just put this equal cost of fee, and cost of fee again, alphabet, I put N, I put 2019. Okay, there you go. So now I'm going to put this equal this value over here. Okay, so now if I put this, okay, so if they say 2018, it shows performance in financial year 2018. So if I just say I click 2020, I can do this as well. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, that is, it depends on your creativity. So if you want to change the title or whatnot, it's up to you. All right, so do you learn something new? If you learn something new, maybe you can type yes. Okay, all right, so I'll go to the example number 3 in the meantime. All right. Okay, so just now I taught you something on pivot table. So don't worry, I'm going to give you more example so that you can have a glance, a gist. Okay, what is this pivot table and whatnot? All right. Okay, so this example number 3 and example number 4 is different. Just example number 5 is better. Okay, the better one is example number 5 because 3 is a bit scattered. I'll go with example number 5 first so that you can understand, okay, in detail how we can use the pivot table. Okay, all right, so these elements over here, can you see these elements over here? I mean, these notes. If you can see this, maybe you can type number 1. Okay, so if you can see these notes over here, maybe you can type number 1. So like what I told you, you can actually jot this down. If you have a pen and paper, you can jot this down. You can also screenshot this, it's up to you. Okay, number 1 is create table, or you highlight the table. Like what I told you is Control Shift Space Bar, you highlight the table. Number 2 is pivot table. Number 3 is pivot chart, and then number 4 is slicer. Okay, this is the procedure. Okay, so let me start with create table. Okay, just now I told you on highlight table. If you remember, just now I told you on highlighting the table. Now I'm going to teach you on create table. So to create table is you just need Control T. Okay, create table, you just need the keyboard shortcut of Control T. So how I do this is I put my cursor over here. Okay, I put my cursor over here and I press Control T. So when I press Control T, there's a menu on create table, and this is the data. This is the menu. So can you see this menu? Maybe you can type number 2 if you can see the menu. Can you type number 2 if you can see this menu over here? Right, that's good. Okay, so you press OK, and then it becomes a table format. Okay, so it's up to you. You either can highlight the table or you can actually create a table. Okay, so what is the difference? Some of you might ask me, Alan, just now I highlight the table. Now I create table. What is the difference? So if they say you create table, you just put your cell over here. Okay, you just put your cursor over here. You go to insert. You go to pivot table. You can actually create your pivot table, because in the earlier example, in the example number 2, you have to highlight your table. You have to use your fingers to highlight everything. By having a create table function, you just put your cursor anywhere, you can straight away create a pivot table. Okay, but it's up to you. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, again I repeat, I'm just going to put my cursor over here. I don't have to highlight the table, so I just put my cursor over here and then I just put pivot table. Okay, so over here, all right, so this is your pivot table. All right, so as usual, there's a pivot table field. Okay, so can you see this on the right hand side? If you can see, maybe you can type number 3. Number 3, if you can see the pivot table field. Okay, that's good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a football club maybe on this. Okay, we have the data we have is, we have revenue items. We also have the OPEX items. Okay, if you are not from accounting background, OPEX means operating expenses. Okay, expenses. And revenue is how you make your money. Okay, so I go to sheet number 2. So I want the revenue items to be on the row. Okay, so this is your revenue items. And then I want the forecasted revenue, and also I want the actual revenue. Okay, so this is the data. I'm going to copy this. Okay, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so this data is revenue, forecasted revenue. Forecasted means something that you are preparing. Okay, actual means the actual data. This table over here, I'm going to change. I don't want the revenue items. I want OPEX items, and I want the forecasted OPEX. I also want the actual OPEX. Okay, so can you see this data over here? If you can see, maybe you can type number 4. So now we have a pivot table for the revenue, and we also have the pivot table for expenses. Okay, so now if just say, okay, I go to this data over here, I go to analyze, I go to slicer. Okay, I go to slicer, I click just say football club. Okay. Okay. So now we have football club, Arsenal, Chelsea, Everton, right? So when I click Arsenal, you notice only this table changes. This table never change at all. If I click Everton, this table changes, but this table never change at all. Okay. So if you can see, if you can understand the flow, maybe you can type number 5. So when I click Liverpool, this table changes, but this table never change at all. So how to ensure that both table changes? What you can do is you right click. Okay, you right click. Can you see report connection? If you can see report connection, please type number 6. Okay, again I repeat, you click at the slicer, you right click, you see here report connection. So can you see the report connection? If you can see report connection, please type number 6. Okay, so I see only few of you typing number 6, so I'll go to report connection. Okay, so now can you see pivot table 2, pivot table 3? So pivot table 3, you tick. Okay, there is also a sheet. So sheet or tab. So this is a sheet 2. So you have pivot table 2 and pivot table 3. So I'm going to tick on pivot table 3. Okay, so now if you notice, if just say I click Arsenal, it changes as well. When I click Chelsea, it changes as well. All right. So for those of some of you, if you lost, okay, right click, report connection, and you tick this. Okay, can you see this particular box over here? If you can see this particular box, you please type number 7. So you need to just tick this, you press OK, and then if I want Everton, it appears. Okay, but this is not the magic. The magic is on the way. Okay, this is not the magic. So let me create a new sheet over here, a tab. I name this as dashboard. Okay, and then maybe I put the data over here. Okay, so this one I just merge and center. Okay, this one I put just for performance only. This one I'll upkeep later. Okay, so now you have sheet number 2. If I click Arsenal, it changes as well. All right, so this one, what I can do is I can also put the football club over here. So if just say I click Everton, it changes. If I click Liverpool, it changes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control X. Okay, I'm going to cut this and I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, so this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put equal performance of apostrophe and sheet number 2 is Liverpool. Okay, so this one performance of maybe I put financial performance. So now I'm going to put this in yellow color. It depends on you. It depends on your creativity. If you want blue color, you can put this as well. Okay, I'm going to put this. Okay, so if I want Chelsea, the title changes to Chelsea. If I want Arsenal, the title changes to Arsenal. Okay, all right. But this is not the magic. The magic is on the way. So what you can do is you go to sheet number 2. This is a revenue item. So you can go to analyze. You can actually go to slicer. Okay, you want the revenue items and then you press OK. Okay, so this one is appear. Okay, so before I proceed, can you see this item over here, column? If you can see, maybe you can type number 8. Can you see the column over here? Okay, so what is this number 1? The number 1 refers to one column. Okay, so if just say I put 2, it will appear to 2 different columns. If just say I put 3, it will appear to 3 columns. Okay, again I repeat, can you see this column over here? Maybe you can type number 9 if you can see this. Okay, all right, this column here, if just say I put 1, the data will appear in 1 column. If just say I put number 2, it will appear in 2 columns. 1, 2. If just say I put 3, it will appear in 3 columns. Okay, so since we have 5 data, so I put 5. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to upkeep this. Okay, I'm going to press right click. Okay, maybe I can go to slicer settings as well. Okay, I click this, I go to slicer setting. Can you see the slicer settings? Maybe you can type number 1 if you can see the slicer settings. Okay, I go here and then maybe I remove the display header. Okay, I untick this and I put this. So now you have a data like this in this format. Okay, so I'm going to Control X. I'm going to put it over here. Okay. So now if you say I want Chelsea anything, it will appear. All right. So next I go to this particular data. I go to analyze, pivot chart, and it's up to you. You can click like this. So just I hide all fields, and I just maybe I just remove the grid line, put data label. It's up to you. Okay. This one is the presentation wise. I give it up to you. Depends on your creativity. So if just say I want put it over here. Okay. So this is how it looks. So now if I want Chelsea, financial performance of Chelsea, but you see here all scattered, right? So I click broadcasting. It only shows broadcasting rights, because like football club, they make money from broadcasting, from player transfer. If they say they sell Harry Maguire or they sell Cristiano Ronaldo, a football player, the company, the football club makes money. Okay. Sponsorship, if they say Adidas or Nike want to sponsor, they also make money. Ticket sales, okay, if you go to the stadium and watch football, the football club makes money. And tournament. So for example, if a club like Manchester City, they win the Premier League. Okay, Manchester City don't have, never mind, Liverpool. So if Liverpool just say they were to win a tournament, they were to win the FA Cup, or they want to win the Champions League, they will get the tournament prize. Okay, so this is how you can actually present to your manager. Okay, but this is the magic is not over yet. There's also another magic. So I'm going to go here, analyze, insert slicer. Okay, so I'm going to put OPEX item. Okay, like what I told you just now, we are going to increase the column to 4. So we'll add S4. Okay, let me adjust this. Okay, let me adjust this. Okay, so I'm going to go to the options, slicer settings. I untick this. I press OK. So now I'm going to Control X, and I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, so the alignment is up to you. Okay, that's you can do it. Sheet number 2, you go here, analyze, pivot chart, and then you click this. Okay, you right click, hide all fields, and then you can put remove grid lines, data labels. Okay, so it's scattered, but it's okay. So you can actually put it over here. Okay, so all right. So let me, if they say I click Arsenal, it shows so Arsenal don't have any data. So if I click broadcasting and I click other expenses as well, other operating expenses, so you have the data. Okay, but this is not so nice. So maybe I go to options. I just put this as dark blue. Okay, and this data over here, I put as maybe light blue. Okay, so if I click Chelsea, you can see the data. Okay, if just say I click Everton, the financial performance of Everton, you can click like this. So can you see the magic? So if you learn something new, maybe you can type number 2. Okay, if you have learned something new, you can type number 2. So basically, this is a very simple dashboard. Okay, there's more creativity. If you look at big companies like KPMG, Accenture, or even Deloitte, Ernst & Young, they will have a better presentation. What I'm teaching you today is a very basic one. Okay, so if just say I want Manchester City. So Manchester City don't have any data. So I click player transfer. So there's the data. Okay, so do you learn something new? If you have learned something new, please type yes. Okay, so with just one click, you can play around the data. Okay, with just one click, financial performance of Arsenal, you can show to your manager, you can show to your clients. Okay, all right. So I see some of you are typing yes. Okay, so this is example number 5. So you use a combination of create table, pivot chart, slicer. Okay, all this. All right, so before I proceed with example number 6, okay, so can you type number 4 if you are with me? Okay, can you type number 4 if you are with me? All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another example as well, example number 6. So this one is, we start from the beginning as well. Okay, so now we have data, best case, normal case, worst case. So just say if you want to build, you are a construction company. Okay, so the best case is maybe 85%. The normal case may be 50%. Okay, depends if your company. So during the best case, you can deliver your project 85%. Okay, during the worst case, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, you can only deliver 35%. Okay, it depends on construction company or a restaurant company. Okay, restaurant or food and beverage. So this is the performance. A normal case, normal means whereby there's no COVID. Best case, normal case is maybe like right now, we are not so bad, not so good. It's in a normal case. The worst case is maybe during the MCO, during the PKP, okay, whereby your revenue is only 35%. So what you can do is like what I told you initially, you go to data, you go to data, you go to your data validation, okay, you go to the, you can see this menu over here. Okay, so can you see this menu? Maybe you can type number 5 if you can see this. Basically, I already teach you this in this earlier in this session. So you can go to this list. Okay, source is you highlight this. Okay, you highlight and then you press OK. So now you can click best case. You can click normal case. You also can click worst case. All right. So if you remember earlier, I got issue VLOOKUP, right? Equal VLOOKUP. Okay. So lookup value is this item over here, comma, table array. If you remember this particular table, all right. Column index means the second column. Okay. If you remember, I taught you this earlier, and then I put false or 0. Okay. So if just say I want best case 85%. If just say I want normal case 50%. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a donut. Okay. So I put here equal 50% equal 1 minus 50%. Okay. So you may ask me why I'm doing this data. This data is for me to create a chart. This data I'm using here to create a chart. If they say I put best case, okay, it changes. If they say I put worst case, it changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this data. I'm going to go to the insert. So can you see the insert ribbon over here? If you can see, maybe you can type number 6. Okay. So if you can see insert, you please type number 6, and then I'm going to go to this pie chart over here. But I'm not going to insert pie. I'm going to insert the donut. Okay. I'm not talking about Dunkin' Donut. I'm talking about a donut chart. Okay. It's not a food. It's a chart. Okay. So you click this. Okay. And then as usual, equal worst case. So this thing, of course, I don't want the legend. Okay. And then what I do is maybe I'll just update this. I go to maybe dark blue, no outline. Okay, so this one, I just go to no fill and I put dark blue. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert. Okay, so can you see insert, illustration, shapes? So it's up to you. You can use either rectangle or oval. It depends on your creativity. So I'm going to use rectangle and I'm going to insert over here. Okay, so I click this, I click this, I put equal, I put 35%. If 35% is very small, so I'm going to go to home, I put it on the center, and I'm going to make it bigger. All right. Okay. So now if they say maybe I put this to black color. Okay. So now if they say I click best case, it changes. So can you see the magic? If you can see the magic, maybe you can type number 7. So if just say I click normal case, it is 50%. So if just say I click worst case, it is 35%. Okay. So can you see the magic? If you can see the magic, please type number 7. Okay. So do you learn something new? If you have learned something new, maybe you can type yes. Okay. So this is all the presentation that you can give to your clients or to your manager. Okay. To your clients, to your manager, or if you just say you're a student, you can also share this to your lecturers as well. Okay. If you just say any presentation or assignment. All right. So this just now I taught you on example 6, example 5, example 1, example 2. So now let us cover on example number 4. Okay, for example number 4 is a bit different. Okay, because just now I taught you on data validation, I taught you on pivot table, I taught you on VLOOKUP formula. But for example number 4 is a bit different because I'm going to use developer tab. Okay, developer tab. Okay, again I repeat, for today's webinar is basically a very simple dashboard. Of course, if you want to know specialized like KPMG or Deloitte, of course that one it will be an advanced level. But today's session is very basic for you to just know how to swim, how to create a chart. It's a very simple one. Okay, so before I proceed, can you see this developer tab over here, a developer ribbon? If you can see, maybe you can type alphabet A for Arsenal, A for IAM, okay, A for America. Okay, can you type alphabet A if you can see this developer ribbon here? Okay, so just to let you know, if you notice in your laptop, when you open your Excel file, you don't have this developer ribbon. Okay, again I repeat, the moment you open your Excel file, some of you notice there is no developer ribbon. Okay, so how to install this developer ribbon? Very simple. Okay, what you need to do is you go to file. Okay, after you go to file, you go to options. Okay, and then okay, you go to file, you go to options. Okay, this thing over here. Okay, you then big menu. Okay, and then customize ribbon. Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, you can jot this down. Okay, if you have a pen and paper, you can jot this down. If you are too lazy to jot down, you can actually screenshot this. Okay, you can actually screenshot this. So step number 1, you go to file. Okay, so can you see number file here? If you can see, please type number 1. Can you see file here? Okay, I see one of them typing number 1. Okay, so you go to file. Okay, can you see option? Please type number 2 if you can see option. Okay, so you click option, and then can you see one big menu over here? If you can see big menu, please type number 3. One big table over here, big menu. Okay, and then after that, can you see customize ribbon? Customize ribbon. Maybe you can type number 4 if you can see this customize ribbon. Okay, on the right hand side, can you see developer? Maybe you can type number 5 if you can see this. Okay, developer. If just say your Excel file don't have developer, very simple, you can just click this. Okay, you just tick this and then you press OK. If your Excel file don't have, you just tick this and then you press OK. All right, but just to let you know, okay, if just say you were to ask me if there's any charges to get this developer, well, there's no charges. It is actually free of charge. It's already in your Excel. It's just that you have to just tick the button. Okay. All right. So what is so special or so significant with this developer tab is you can actually perform your macro coding, and also you can also prepare a lot of items over here. Can you see this insert ribbon, insert item over here? If you can see, maybe you can type number 6. Okay, please type number 6 if you can see this insert luggage over here. Okay, so what is so significant with this is you can create a lot of items. So let me show you what are the items. All right, so now if just say I want a data, just say like this. Okay, the spin button. So can you see this spin button? Maybe you can type number 7 if you can see the spin button. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this and I'm going to put this over here. Okay. Okay, so can you see the spin button? Maybe you can type number 8 if you can see this. Okay, so you're going to right click. Okay, format control. Okay, when the moment you right click, you will see here format control. So can you see this format control? Please type number 9 if you can see this. Format control. Okay, format control now. Okay, so when you click format control, a menu will appear. So can you see this box over here? Okay, some of them will call this as command, some of them will call this as menu. So if you can see this menu, maybe you can type number 1. Okay. All right, so the cell link, maybe the cell link you can actually put somewhere here. Okay, it doesn't really matter, you can put it somewhere here. Incremental change, maybe I change this. Can you see the word here, incremental change? If you can see incremental change, maybe you can type number 2. Okay, If you can see incremental change, please type number 2. Okay, so maybe I put this as 100. Okay, so I press OK. So now when I click this up arrow, you notice there's 100 over here. So can you see this 100? Maybe you can type number 3 if you can see this 100. Okay, 200, 300, 400, 500. So when I click down arrow, it is reducing. Can you see this? If you can see the magic, maybe please type number 4. Okay, so if I have pressed up arrow, the number changes. If I press down arrow, the number changes as well. Okay, all right, so the next step is of course this one, I press right click, I go to format control. So can you see the incremental change over here? If you can see this, maybe you can type number 5. Okay, so if just say you want to change you want to put as percentage, or you want to put as decimal, or you want to put as fraction, well, you can't put fraction or decimal over here. In fact, you cannot even put negative number over here. Okay, so in this data, you have to key in a positive integer, a whole number. You cannot put 0.1, you cannot put percentage, you cannot put negative figure. Okay, so in this context, if just say, katakan, saya nak letakkan nombor negatif, or saya nak letakkan pecahan, or you call it as fraction or percentage, what I can do is I just merge here, I merge this cell, and then I put equal negative. Okay, so if they say I press up, will be negative 300. Okay, let me arrange this first. So I put this negative 400, negative 500. So if just say I don't want negative, I want to say on percentage. Okay, over 1000. Okay, so percentage. So this is how you do. Can you see this? If you can see the magic, maybe you can type number 6. So normally format control, you cannot put the whole number. You can only just link like this. Okay, in this way. All right. So you just like this, just put like this. Okay. So maybe if just say divide by 10,000. Okay. So this one I just want to put as percentage. Okay. So right click, format control. Maybe I put here 50. So you can change like this. Okay. Maybe I don't want this. I just put one more 0 as well. I put as 0. Okay. Right click, format control. I don't want 0. Maybe I put 100. Okay. So you can actually change like this. Okay. So I name this data, just say inflation. Okay. This is just an example only. So I'm naming this data as inflation. So when I increase, okay, 9% like this. Okay. All right. So this one, what I do is I just remove this. I cut and remove this. Okay. Okay. This is an inflation. All right. Okay. So now, just now I taught you on developer. I taught you on the spin button. So next I'm going to teach you is on the combo box. Okay. So can you see this combo box? I'm not talking about KFC combo box. I'm talking about the combo box inside your Microsoft Excel. So can you see this combo box? If you can see this combo box, please type number 7. Okay. Again, I repeat, please type number 7 if you can see this combo box. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this and I'm going to click over here. Okay, this is something like your drop down list. So right click. So can you see this format control? If you can see, maybe please type number 8 if you can see this format control. Okay, I see only one typing number 8. Okay, so format control. And then after that, input range. Okay, as usual, input range, you just highlight this data. Okay, cell link, you can just put it somewhere here and then you press OK. Okay, so now if just say I click Malaysia Ringgit, you notice that this is number. Maybe I just remove this. Okay, so if just say I click US dollar, this number is number 2. If just say I click Great Britain pound sterling, it becomes number 1. Why number 1? Because here, if you notice here, GBP is number 1, Malaysia Ringgit is number 3, meaning from this data over here, it is arranged in a way whereby if I click Malaysia ringgit, it appears as number 3. If just say I click US dollar, it appears number 2. Okay, this is very important for you to prepare chart later. I'll show you why. Okay, okay. So far, are you with me? If you are with me, maybe you can type number 9. Okay, so you just click this, it changes. Okay, all right. So don't worry, the magic is on the way. Okay, you don't have to worry. Okay, what I'm going to do is maybe this one I put as GBP. Okay, and then after that, GBP. All right, so just see the data is 150. Okay, all right. So equal VLOOKUP. Okay, the data is here 1. Table array, I'm going to highlight this, F4, and then table array number 3, and then 0. Okay, so in just say I want the data in Malaysia ringgit. So 150 times with the forex, you get the revenue. Okay, so if just say I want in US dollar, so one Great Britain is about 1.3 US dollar. So you get this. So if just say I want Malaysia ringgit, this is how it works. Okay, so of course every year there will be an inflation. Okay, so just say I assume 2021, 2022, we are already in 2022. So I put this one in 2023, this is in 2024. Okay, so if you say I click this, okay, so we have inflation, right? So equal this data over here, okay, times with open bracket 1 plus F4. Okay, and then Control R. Okay, so if just say I press Great Britain pound sterling, you have the data. If just say I press US dollar, you have the data. Okay, so if I just say I increase inflation, the number changes as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm going to write here maybe equal financial performance in, okay, in just say I put over here. Okay, just give me a minute. Financial performance in over here. Come. Okay, so C7, if say VLOOKUP, table array, F4, number 2, and false. Okay, so if just say I put Malaysia ringgit, it will appear in Malaysia ringgit. So if just say I put Great Britain pound, it appear in Great Britain pound. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a graph. Okay, this is the graph. It depends if you want to put as a chart also can. Okay, so I put this. Okay, I'm just going to make it bigger. All right, so equal over here. So now if just say I, maybe wait, let me change this. Okay, maybe this one is just bothering me. Just give me a moment. I'm going to put this as just say white color. No fill, sorry, no fill, and white color as well. And then you can see no border. Okay, so this one also white color. Okay, so now if you see here, if just say I click Malaysia ringgit, the data changes to Malaysia ringgit. If just say your manager thinks that the inflation will go maybe 2.5, so it changes as well. Okay, but before I proceed, maybe I go to format, sorry, design, add data label at the outside end, and then after that I grid lines, I say, okay, just give me a minute, no line. Okay, there you go. And of course same color, which I don't really want. Format data series, I go here, okay, go to fill, and then vary colors by point. So different here, different colors. Okay, so now if just say I want in Great Britain, So you have the data in US dollar. If just say I want in Great Britain, you have the data in Great Britain. If just say I want to reduce the inflation, you can actually reduce as well. Okay, so I know it's a bit dry and a little bit boring, but do you understand? If you understand, maybe you can type yes. Okay, you can type yes if you understand. Okay, I see only one understand. Okay, it's okay. All right, so Malaysia Ringgit means you can actually change this data to Malaysia Ringgit. Malaysia Ringgit. Okay, that the data is financial performance in Malaysia Ringgit. So if just say I want in US dollar, you can change as well. Okay, so this one is actually depends on your creativity. Today's webinar is basically to just teach you on the glance. So someone did ask me, okay, that when do we use true? Okay, when do we use true? So before I proceed, are you with me? If you are with me, please type number 1. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to the Q&A session, but before I give you to answer the question, I mean, if you to ask the question, I remember someone asks, when do we use true? Okay, so to answer that question, now if just say we have a data, okay, we have a data, just say this is a marks. Okay, in Malaysia, we do have an education system where those days we have UPSR, PMR, SPM. Now we call it as PT3, SPM, STPM. Okay, in Malaysia, we have the public examination. So this is a marks. Okay, this is the grade. Okay, so this in maybe I put here. Okay, just say if A. Okay, I start with A first. I don't want to put A plus anything. A. So those who got 80 to 100, it is a A. If they say B, all right, B, wait, let me put this center. Okay, so if they say B, maybe I put 65 to just say 79 is B. C is just say maybe I just say I put perhaps I'll call it as 50 to 64 is a C. And D, I put it as maybe 40 to 49. And the rest is fail. All right. Fail is just say 0 to 39. Okay. So now I'm going to teach you the VLOOKUP using true. Okay, VLOOKUP using true. So now you have the data over here. Okay. So if they say a particular student, just say he gets, maybe I put this, he gets just say 75. Okay, he gets just say 75. So for a student, if they say he gets 75, you want to know whether it's true or false. I mean, whether it's a or B. So let me arrange the data first in a manner so that you can see this. Okay, so VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP, your lookup value, your table array will be this. Okay, and then column index number 3, and then I put true. Okay, of course this one, wait, because 73 is not failed. Okay, there you go. If you just say a particular students get just say minimum marks, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to put this just say number 3. Okay, all right, so this one, if just say I change to just say 100, okay, and then just say I change this to 79, and just say I change this to C is 50, sorry, 40, 50, correct, 50, 79, 54. And then this one is over here, just say 39, and yeah, 0. Okay, I remember this. Okay, so of course I put this. Now I need to understand. Okay, let me arrange the data first. Okay, 0 is actually fail. And then after that, if let's say 39, 40 is D, 50 is C, 65 is B, and then just say he got maybe 80 is A. Okay. All right. So if just say a particular student get say 65, so he gets B. If just say the students get just say 78, it's still a B. Okay. So the person who asked me earlier, okay, Ellen, when do we use VLOOKUP true? Okay, when we use VLOOKUP true, like if you remember VLOOKUP, we must actually sort the data first. Step number 1. Okay, step number 1, you have to sort the data first. Step number 2, okay, when you look at this data, it is arranged. So that means 0 means if person gets between 0, I put here 0 to just say 39, fail. 40 to just say 49, B. 50 to 64, C, and 65 to 79 is B, and 80 to just say 100 is A. So I put here the marks, and then I put here grade. Okay, so if just say a student gets just say maybe about 85, he gets A. If a student just say get 51, he gets C. Okay, so the person who asked me the question, when do we use true? In which situation? In just say your data is as a scale from just say 0 to 100 or 80 to 100, that's when we use VLOOKUP true. Okay, so did I answer your question to the person who asked me? Otherwise, I will proceed. I'll pass to the MC for the Q&A session. Okay, so this is when you use this thing. Okay, so I'll pass to the MC for the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, maybe you can unmute and ask me, or perhaps you can just type in the chat box. Or if you want me to repeat again, so you can actually ask me to repeat again as well.
Hello, Mr. Allen.
Yes, hello.
Is this recording going to be forwarded to us? This
I
recording of
think
this today's session?
you can actually ask the MC. MC has already, Miss Joyce, maybe you can.
For this one, right, actually, we have do the video recording as well as go live on our CCT Facebook. So later on, once the webinar has been completed, maybe by next week, then we will send you the link. Yeah, so you can watch again for this webinar.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Joyce and Mr. Allen.
All right, no
That will be very helpful. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, so the first question is, do we only must arrange data from A to Z on small line? Yes, correct, because your presentation should be arranged from the bottom to the top and A to Z. Then only you can get the accurate data. Okay. I think the video, as mentioned by Miss Joyce, the second question is Miss Joyce's recorded video. Okay, so you can use this recorded video, and actually you can, and of course I will send this file as well to Miss Joyce, and perhaps she can send to you. Okay, to people who registered this, you can actually have this file as well. I'll pass it to her, and she can give it to you. All right. So the third question is, the approach can't return proper output if just say the marks is below 100 or more than 100 entered. So in this context, okay, the person asked me the question is, this approach can return proper output if the marks is below 100 or more than 100. So if just say you have that particular data, okay, as you can see here, this is your data. Okay, maybe I just highlight this to yellow color. So if just say you want more than 100, so you change over here. This is how you change. So just say I put here maybe 155. Okay, so maybe instead of changing the, maybe I put different item. Maybe I put temperature. Okay, so the answer this other inquiry whereby what if they say below 0 or more than 0. So if they say I put here maybe negative 50, okay, and here I put here 0, I put here just say maybe 36, here just say I put maybe 100, here maybe I put 1000. Okay, so I put here boiling, I put here maybe sun, for example, solar. This sun is body temperature, and this one I'll say as melting point. Okay, so to answer your question, okay, this one is freezing lah, or I put winter. Okay, so to answer your question, if they say below 0, okay, you must have a standard, a fixed item over here. So in this context, if just say I want to know what is the temperature, if they say 26 means 26, okay, it follows this range. So you must have a specific range. Of course, 26 is not melting, but you can arrange. Okay, you can arrange. Maybe you put here maybe 26 is for maybe room temperature. So it changes to room. Okay, make sure you have a particular range. Okay, so did I answer your question? If you can, I answer your question, maybe you can type yes. All right. Yes, of course you can use XLOOKUP. Okay, this syllabus I teach VLOOKUP because most of you will be using Microsoft Excel 2016. Of course, there is also XLOOKUP as well. If you have 365, okay, like in my case, I don't have 365, so it doesn't appear. Okay, if just say you are using the old version, you can use VLOOKUP. If you have the latest version, Excel 365, you can use XLOOKUP. Okay, did I answer your concern? So if you have any questions, maybe you can unmute, or maybe you can chat, provide in the chat box. Otherwise, I'll pass to the MP.
Okay, it looks like we have covered all of the questions. If there's no more question, then we thank you, Mr. Alan, for your valuable insight on Microsoft Excel dashboard. We would like to take a group photos with everyone in this webinar. Please turn on your camera and stand by. Okay. All right. So on my count, in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, we take one more photo. Okay, so on my count, in 3, 2, 1. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's webinar. We wish to thank Mr. Alan for being with us today and sharing his expertise and knowledge with us. So participants, please also submit the evaluation form for Mr. Alan as well. And also please remember to sign out your attendance. So the link has been posted on the group chat. All right, so it has been a great pleasure having all of you with us today. We would like to extend our sincere apologies for any inconveniences caused as well. Hope to see you all again, and thank you everyone, and stay safe. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Take care.